A long way to come to fight Dan Hooker here in Perth. So I guess, how's preparation been? How's fight week been? And what was that journey like all the way over here to Perth?
Everything going to according to plan. I am happy. I come to Australia last week. Acclimatization is great, body is great. My weight is good. And this time I can't come to ATT doing preparation because the fight is much different zone than USA. But I spent a lot of time in Polish mountains. I did kickboxing Polish national team camp. I trained with the best guys in Poland in the feed. Thus, I did really good job, and I am ready this fight.
Was that in preparation for Dan specifically, giving his long reach and his, he likes to strike. He's not made that a secret.
Yeah, of course. I have a lot of respect to Dan. He's high-level striker. He's long. He's rich, but he's skinny. Of course, he wanna rip my head off from his knee or uppercut or kick, whatever. But this is just striking, bro. This like the paper. This can be a simple fight to me because I need to be careful. Just this weapon. But if I take him down or something, then fight will be for me. I wanna challenge himself in the ground. Yeah, he's high-level striker, but this is not Q1. This is gonna mix martial art, and I wanna show fireworks.
Were you expecting maybe someone higher ranked? Because you had weighed in as a backup for a title fight. You beat a former champion RDA, and there's up the top of the division. None of them really have fights right now. So were you hoping for maybe a higher ranked opponent than Dan?
Always I looking for higher opponent than me, but this time was difficult time in lightweight division because nobody was available to top 5. This is one thing. Another thing is I don't wanna wait too much to my next fight. My last fight was in March. Now we have August, so this is like 6 months. I wanna be active. I wanna get more experience to UFC cage. This is gonna be my number 10 fight in UFC. So this is still not too much. Hooker is huge name in UFC. He beat really good guys. I am glad that I get this opportunity. I am thankful UFC that give me these guys. If I wanna give good performance show in the Sunday morning, I know next fight will be really big.
Did you talk to Dustin at all in preparation for this? Because he obviously had that 5-round war with Dan a couple of years ago.
Always I talk with Dustin. He's a great person. He give me a lot of motivation, a lot of good vibes. He texted me message then last week. Of course, he fought with Dan Hooker 2 years ago, right? But this matchup was like striker versus striker, much different than my fight will be against Hooker. Yeah, but of course, I watched this fight like many times. I know what he can do, what he can work on. And I know why I come here to Australia. I know what I need to do in the fight. The simple sentence is like coming here to ruin the show. And I want to show like full MMA.
And Dan was in here and he said a win over you, he can get names like Chandler and the rematch with Dustin, a fight against Justin Gaethje, and maybe a fight with Charles because he could take your ranking. If you beat Dan, what are you expecting? Are you expecting a title shot? Are you expecting to serve as a backup? What do you see for yourself if you win?
Of course, he's happy because I am number 5 in ranking. He is 11th, so this is like gift for him. But this is also gift for me because he's tough opponent, he's good name, and the guy give me really big experience to UFC cage. And it depends what I show to the cage in Sunday morning. But if I finish him, next fight I would like fight in the Interim title title fight. Sure. But we'll see what's happened in the Islam Makhachev. If he can fight this year, for sure I want to fight with Arman again. I already beat him. His stylistic is great to me. I think the fight will be easier than first time. So first step and my 100 focus is the Dan Hooker. And then if I give really good performance, give me Arman.
Why do you think this time would be easier?
Because his style is great to me. He's lesser, he's short than me. We have story in the cage. I really like stylistic like this guy. Of course, he's number one in the ranking. He's a really tough opponent. But you know, sometimes you can fight the guys and the guys is problem to you. But sometimes you fight with tough guys and it's no problem fight. I think the next fight against Arman can be a result that I can finish him.
And two more quick ones for me. I don't know if you saw, but they're changing the rules in November. They're going to allow 12 to 6 elbows, and they're going to change the grounded opponent rule. So do you like these changes, and do you think it's been a long time coming?
I think this will be better rules for grappler guys. And yeah, I think the change will be much better than it is right now, yeah.
And last one, can I get your thoughts on the main event between Dricus and Israel? The main event Sunday.
But what?
Who do you think will win?
I think Dricus. I like the guy. We have good relationship. He is good everywhere. Like maybe this matchup is similar like my matchup against Hooker. So Adesanya is high-level striker, but so wrestling is jiu-jitsu. I think not super. I don't know, but I can thinking about that. Like not this. The jiu-jitsu and wrestling is not the same level like striking. So if Dricus take him down, then fight will be much easier than for him. And I think like the power is much different to Adesanya and Dricus. So my prediction is like Dricus will win this fight.
Just a quick one. Your fight was actually the last fight actually announced for UFC 305. There was other opponents speculated for Dan Hooker. When did they offer you the fight, and did it take you a while to actually accept it? Is it because it is a long way to come for you?
Again, please.
There was other opponents named for Dan Hooker before naming you as the opponent. Did they offer you it straight away? Was it a fight you had to think about taking?
So, I'll try. So there were other names like Drakkar Klose and Beneil Dariush that maybe Dan could have fought, or there were rumors of him fighting. So in your fight against Dan was the last fight announced for this card. Was there any hesitation taking this fight against Dan because you had to come so far and it was so close to the date?
I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Just thank you, man, that you translate. I don't know what's happened. I get offered like 6-7 weeks before this fight. I agree like 1-2 minutes, and then we have fight. But I don't know what's happened before. Why Drakkar Klose or Beneil or sometimes don't take this fight. Like I said before, I want to be active, I want to fight, I want to get more experience. So I agree, and I am here, you know.
Over here. Fighting anyone from this region while you're here, you're going to be not the fan favorite. But on top of that, Dan Hooker is so well liked. What do you think the reaction of the crowd to you will be, and how do you feel about it?
I heard like the same, like I heard from Dan Hooker, like people and crowd from here is amazing. So I'm counting of this atmosphere in the show and the people. Of course, this is enemy territory to me, but bro, I am from Europe. Everywhere when I go, this is enemy territory. For example, maybe not Miami, because Miami is my second home, but in Las Vegas, Abu Dhabi, on somewhere, everywhere I am, and this is not my place. but nothing. This gives me extra motivation. You know, if everybody is against me, then I wanna show that you are wrong, guys, and I am coming here to beat everybody. Like, I have my team from Poland, like 4 people. I have strong weapon Mike Brown from ATT, so we have really strong group, and I think we can fight with everybody.
Thank you very much.
Yes, right here. When Dan was in here earlier, he said the reason the UFC tried to set up this fight is because he thinks he can bring an exciting fight out of you, and he can make it exciting. Do you think that's a fair statement? I mean, for him to say that about you?
You know, I am sportsman. For me, the most important is winning to fight. Win is win. I understand, like, maybe my last fight was, people can like this, my performance, some people maybe don't like. I understand the UFC politics. I need to, like, finish the guy, give really good show during the fight, then I will be step more than I am here, you know. So this is great stylistic to me fight with Dan Hooker, and yeah, happy that UFC give me him.
I feel like a lot of the things some of the fans maybe say about you, they were saying about Bilal Muhammad not too long ago in terms of the style, and look at him now, he's the champion. Does that give you inspiration that as long as you keep doing what you're doing, you will get there?
We have many things like that, like Khabib Nurmagomedov or Islam has the same way, you know. The guys need to beat many guys, and then they get the title fight. This is what, because we are wrestler guys, you know. I love wrestling. I have wrestling and jiu-jitsu in my DNA, and I wanna show always this style in the cage. And yes, but in my imagination before fight against Dos Anjos was much different than I show, but I get surprised in the first round, and I need to quick change my game plan. But this time the fight looks easy, because I need to be careful the knee, the straight punch and kick. If I passed this technique, then the fight will be for me, and I can destroy him in the ground or maybe in the feet if I use a really good weapon.
All good? Thanks, guys.
Good. Thank you so much.